We're glad you're with us. I'm Garrett Wilson. Social media can be used for keeping informed about a wide range of topics, from local news, sharing pictures of cats.
The paint on cars is typically composed of 3 to 4 layers. Levine and his assistants are making it possible to take a paint fragment from a car, just like this one, and break down the individual layers for analysis. This will make it possible for them to not only know the make and the model, but sometimes where it was painted. While some students are ecstatic about homecoming and fall break falling on the same weekend, others see it as more of a hassle than a blessing. While the Honors College itself is relatively new to Oklahoma State, the building is housed in Old Central is about as original as it gets. The original building was built in 1894 and then renovated again in 2007. Old Central is something the members of the Honors College cherish most.
Hit-and-run accidents have become a rising problem in the United States. The number of fatalities involved in hit-and-run accidents has risen 13.7% since 2009, according to federal data. In fact, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 1 out of every 5 pedestrians killed on roadways dies because of a hit-and-run accident. Oklahoma State chemistry professor Barry Levine recently received his 3rd grant in an effort to help remedy this problem. The first grant came in 2010, and the latest grant raised the total amount to $1.2 million. The grants came from the National Institute of Justice in hopes of finding a new way to solve automobile-related crimes using paint fragments left at the scene.
Our goal is to try to identify the automobile, the make and the model within a limited production year range from a paint fragment that's left at the scene of a crime.
The paint on cars is typically composed of 3 to 4 layers. Levine and his assistants are making it possible to take a paint fragment from a car, just like this one, and break down the individual layers for analysis. This will make it possible for them to not only know the make and the model, but sometimes where it was painted.
Lab assistant Matthew Allen says his favorite part of the process is the ability to take something complex and break it down to its simplest form.
For instance, a smear of paint, not just layers of paint, but a smear of all layers of paint. Put it through a program of mathematical constraints that we know there are 4 layers in here. And then at the end of it, we can write out algorithms that can take apart this smear into each individual coat. And I find that kind of thing fascinating.
Levine says his 3rd grant will allow him and his team to further their work, and he expects there to be other projects pertaining to this research in the future. For O State TV, I'm Garrett Wilson.
Oklahoma State has been ranked the 21st best university to work for in the United States. The ranking came from Glassdoor.com. Glassdoor is a job-searching website that ranks the top companies and organizations to work for. The list is based solely on employee feedback shared on the website. Employees rated their university on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the best. Oklahoma State is one of 3 Big 12 schools listed on the Glassdoor ranking. The other 2, Iowa State at 13 and Texas at 24. What makes OSU a great place to work? Sue Bonner, the Human Resources Director for the Department of Agriculture, said it is the environment around the workplace.
That you'll find there's a lot of camaraderie there and a lot of care and concern for your friends and coworkers.
Wayne Prater is the Procurement Manager for the University Dining Services. He said what makes OSU great is always having someone there for you.
That's at OSU, you don't have to worry about people stepping up and helping you.
Prater may know this better than anyone. In 2012, he was involved in an accident that broke his back and left him paralyzed. Prater said it changed his world, but that his OSU family was always there for him.
Ann Hargis, when I first got back to work, she saw me and she came up and gave me a big hug and said, "We prayed for you while you were out." That meant a lot to me.
Prater says no matter where you go or what you do, being a part of OSU will stay with you.
Google throws around, we're a family. They throw around, they leave and they go on to something else and that family's forgotten. When you're a cowboy forever.
For O State TV, I'm Garrett Wilson. Austin, the student newspaper at Oklahoma State, has been around longer than Oklahoma has been a state. First distributed in 1895 as the College Mirror, the paper has seen many changes. The name changed the Daily Oak-Legion in 1924. That name stuck with the paper until this year.
Realized we were changing our product, we were changing hopefully our identity, and so we changed it completely from the Oak-Legion to our nickname, the Oak-Collie.
The name isn't the only thing changing at the Oak-Collie. The Oak-Collie has also gone to only publishing 3 days a week. In place of a daily publication, the Oak-Collie is devoting more time to building a better online presence with a stronger multimedia platform. To help increase their online presence, the Oak-Collie has entered into a partnership with O-State TV. Much like the Oak-Collie, O-State TV is an outlet to help teach students about working in video and news. The goal for both organizations is to allow students to have relevant material to put on a resume. Austin, back to you. The Honors College at Oklahoma State is headquartered in the oldest building on the OSU campus. But the Honors College wants people to look at them in a new, fresh light. The Honors College at Oklahoma State is something some students don't fully understand.
The Honors College is open to anybody who has the desire and the ability to be part of it. It's not exclusive.
That openness is something that could be a reason for the recent rise in enrollment at the Honors College. The college reported a record enrollment for the 2014-2015 school year. More than 1,300 students from 32 states and 13 countries are actively participating in the Honors College. That includes 502 freshmen. Those students are experiencing some of the perks that come with being in the Honors College.
Priority enrollment, and all that comes with being in the Honors College. So special classes, honors contracts, and the experiences we get from that.
Another perk might be the building that the students get to be in every day. While the Honors College itself is relatively new to Oklahoma State, the building is housed in Old Central is about as original as it gets. The original building was built in 1894 and then renovated again in 2007. Old Central is something the members of the Honors College cherish most.
Old Central is my favorite building on campus. I love that. There's so much history here. I mean, this is OSU's first building, so it sort of all started here.
You might have seen zombies running around. Jordan Tidwell joins us with more on the zombie run.
And if dancing wasn't your thing, how about a murder mystery?
We want to thank you for watching this week's edition of the O State Report. I'm Garrett Wilson.